let us solve question number 13. Listen to this carefully, sir. Very, very good question. Question number 13. Everyone please pay attention. Your question is, at a point on a horizontal line through the base of a monument, the angle of elevation of the top of the monument is found to be such that its tangent is 1 by 5. That means there is a horizontal line. There is a horizontal line. I will name that horizontal line as BC, right? Or BD, for example. I will name it as BD. At a point, you can name anything, sir. I am just representing by some letters. At a point on a horizontal line, there is a point on a horizontal line through the base of a monument. It is through the base of this monument. The angle of elevation of the top of the monument. This is the top of the monument. There is a monument called as AB. This is the top of the monument. The angle of elevation is found to be such that its tangent is 1 by 5. That means this angle of elevation, I will call the angle as theta. It is given that tangent of that angle theta is nothing but 1 by 5, right? Tangent is 1 by 5. That means tangent of that angle theta is 1 by 5 means it can also be 2 by 10, or it can also be 3 by 15, or it can also be 4 by 20. It can be any of these values. All these values will represent 1 by 5 itself, right? I hope you are understanding. 3 by 15 is also nothing but 1 by 5. 4 by 20 is also nothing but 1 by 5. Or in simple language, tan theta is nothing but 1 by 5, or in other words I can write it as 1k divided by 5k. That means it is in the ratio of 1 by 5, or it can be any other values of 1 by 5 ratio like 2 by 10, 3 by 15, etc., which I am representing as 1k is to 5k. Next, continue further, sir. On walking 138 meters towards the monument, that means I am walking from this point. I am walking 138 meters towards the monument. I will meet a point called as C. This C is nothing but given in the question as 138 meters. The secant of the angle of elevation is found to be root 193 by 2. That means angle of elevation, I will call it as alpha. It is given that secant alpha is nothing but root of 193 divided by 2, or in other words it is 2 by root of 193, which will give me cos alpha. Cos alpha is nothing but the reciprocal of secant alpha. Cos alpha value is 2 by root of 193. Find the height of the monument. That means they are asking you to find the height AB. AB value is what they are interested in finding. Now see here, sir. Simple logic. If I want to teach you, tan theta is nothing but 1 by 5. That means tan theta is opposite by adjacent. Opposite is 1 unit. Adjacent is 5 unit according to ratio. That means can I say that for this angle theta, opposite is 1 unit. Opposite AB is 1 unit. Adjacent BD is how much? It is 5 units. Adjacent BD is nothing but 5 units. That is nothing but tangent of theta. Similarly, cosine of angle alpha, cos alpha is nothing but opposite adjacent by hypotenuse. For this alpha, adjacent side is nothing but how much? Adjacent side cos alpha is nothing but adjacent by hypotenuse. That means for this alpha, adjacent side is nothing but how much? It is 2 units. Hypotenuse is nothing but how much? It is 193 units, right? It is 193 units. That means I know the adjacent side 2. I know the hypotenuse. If I want to know the opposite side is nothing but square root of hypotenuse square minus adjacent square. So this is square root of 193 whole square is 193 minus adjacent whole square. Adjacent square is nothing but how much? It is nothing but 2 square 4. That means there is is there any mistake, sir? It is 2 by root of 193. Yes, that is absolutely correct. Okay, there is a mistake in the question itself. That is the reason we are getting it incorrect. This is 12. It is not 2, it is 12. So cos alpha is 12 by root of 193, sir, not 2 by root of 193. That means adjacent square is 12 square is 144. 193 minus 144 is 49. So opposite side will be square root of 49, which is nothing but 7. That means AB value is 7 in the second case. So can I say that according to my assumption, when I took the angle as theta, AB value happened to be 1. But when I took the angle as alpha, the same AB value happened to be 7. That means 1 should become 7, multiply by 7. This 5 also multiply by 7. That means this entire BD value is 35. But as I already said, these are all in terms of ratios. That means this entire thing 7, it is not 7 actually, it is 7k. This also is not 35 actually, it is 35k. That means it can be any other value. It need not be 1 and 5 only. It can be 2 and 10 also in the ratio format. I hope you are understanding. That means this CD value, this CD which is given as 138 in the question, this also is nothing but 12k in fact, right? This also is 12k. That means that CD value is nothing but out of total BD value subtract BC value. BD value is nothing but how much? BD value entire thing is 35k. BC value is 12k. That means CD is 23k. But it is also given in the question that CD is 138. So 23k is 138. K value happens to be how much? 6. If K value is 6, AB value is what I am finding. So answer is 7k. It is 7 into 6. Answer should be 42 units. Very, very easily you can solve the question. I hope you are understanding why I am taking that variable called as k. Tan theta is 1 by 5. That does not mean that opposite side is 1, adjacent side is 5. If the opposite side is 1, then the adjacent side is 5. That is the meaning of it. I hope you are understanding the essence or the meaning of it. It can be 2 by 10 also, it can be 3 by 15 also, 4 by 20 also, 5 by 25 also. It can be any of those. So I just represented as 1k and 5k, so that it will be easier for us to analyze and simplify it. I hope question number 13 is very, very clear for you people. Please see question number 14, sir. Question number 14. Your question number 14 says, the angle of elevation of the top of a building from the top and bottom of a tree are x and y respectively. That means there is a building. I will call that building as AB. Angle of elevation of the top of the building, which is nothing but A, from the top and bottom of a tree. I will call this tree. Tree is CD. CD is nothing but representing tree, or let me call it as CE for example. CE is nothing but tree. From the top of the tree, angle of elevation is x degrees, and from the bottom of the tree, angle of elevation is y degrees. This is what is given in my question. Next, if the height of the tree is h meters, height of the tree, that means CE value is given as h meters, I will name this as D. So BD also will be h only in that case. BD also will be h only in that case. Height of the tree is h meters. Then find the height of the building. AB value is what I am interested. AB I will call it as Z. So height of the building is nothing but Z. Z value is what I am finding. Now if you observe carefully, sir, if you observe, in all my previous problem I solved method 1, I solved method 2, and in method 1 I used some trigonometric functions like tan 30, tan 60 or whatever it is. In method 2 I did not use trigonometric functions. Directly by using ratios concept I solved all my problems. By using diagram itself I solved it. But in these kind of questions where the angles are given in terms of variables but not the numerical values, height is given in terms of variable, again not the numerical value, there is not even one single numerical value given in this question, and the answer option also are nothing but represented in terms of variables. In such kind of methodologies, I will only use one method, which is nothing but method 1. I cannot directly solve by using method 2 in this case. I can solve by using method 2, but that happens to be little lengthy because no numerical values are there in this case in such kind of questions. So I will prefer using method 1 in this case by using tan of x, tan of y, or whatever it is. That means there is a smaller triangle ADC. In triangle ADC, I hope you are understanding when to apply method 1, when not to apply method 1. In triangle ADC, tangent of angle x, let me take tangent of angle x is nothing but opposite. Tan of angle x is nothing but opposite is nothing but AD divided by adjacent is nothing but DC, right? Adjacent is nothing but DC. Now, I don't know this AD value. AD happens to be from the entire Z value, subtract this H value, you will get AD as Z minus H value. That means this is nothing but Z minus H. DC value, DC as of now, I don't know. I don't know the value of DC as of now. So, I will keep it as it is. This is my first equation. Similarly, my another triangle says in triangle, bigger triangle ABE. In bigger triangle ABE, if I take my bigger triangle ABE, now see here, sir, this is 90 degrees, right? This is 90. Tangent of angle Y. Tangent of angle Y is nothing but opposite of this is nothing but AB, right? It is nothing but AB divided by adjacent is nothing but BE, right? Adjacent is nothing but BE. I hope you are understanding. So BE can be written as AB times of tan Y. But what is AB? AB is nothing but the height of the building, which I called it as Z. It is Z tan Y. Z tan Y is nothing but BE. This particular value BE is nothing but Z tan Y, and that BE value is absolutely same as DC value. Both are absolutely same. So these both are same. That means this DC value I will substitute in equation 1. These all things are prone to happen. These are prone to happen. These all step-by-step method. If the question is not given in terms of numerical value, there is no other way, sir. So I can write equation 1 as tan x is equal to AD is nothing but Z minus H. BE or DC is nothing but Z tan Y, right? It is nothing but Z tan Y. Now, if I simplify further, this becomes, can I write like this, sir? Can I write it Z minus H? Z minus H. Let me write like this. Z minus H is equal to Z times of tan x into tan Y. Z times of tan x into tan Y. That means Z, what is that I am finding? I am finding Z value itself. So Z minus of Z tan x tan Y, Z tan x tan Y is equal to H. So this is again equal to Z into 1 minus tan x tan Y. Z into 1 minus tan x tan Y is nothing but H. So finally Z value is nothing but H divided by 1 minus tan x tan Y, right? H divided by 1 minus tan x tan Y. But this should be the answer for your question. But think little logically. H divided by 1 minus tan x tan Y is not at all there in the answer options. It is not at all there in the answer options. All the answer options are expressed in terms of cot. Everything is expressed in terms of cot. So you should also make it as a habit to express in terms of cot, right? You should also try to express everything in terms of cot. So then only you will arrive at the answer. Now, if you observe, okay, let me try to solve like this, sir. Let me try to solve like this so that you will get the answer. Let me teach you how you can convert this to cot. So I can say that it is nothing but Z equal to H times of. Now see here, if you observe carefully, All these things are numerator, it is either multiplied by cot x or it is multiplied by cot y. Suppose if I multiply by cot x, denominator also I should multiply by cot x. So 1 into cot x is cot x minus tan x into cot x is 1, tan y into cot x. I cannot do anything. I will write it as so tan y into cot x only, right? Yes. So it is cot x and tan y, right? It is cot x and tan y. So finally this should be your answer. But is there any answer option of that sort? No, there is no answer option of that. Somewhere we have made mistakes. That is what I am believing. Some simplification mistake I think we have done. Okay, now see question number 14. Let us solve this very beautiful question. Now let us first read the question, understand it, and then solve it. The angle of elevation of the top of a building from the top and bottom of a tree are x and y respectively. That means there is a building. I will call this building as AD, right? I will call this building as AD. If I call this building as AD, top of the building is nothing but A, and there is a tree. I will call this tree as CE, and it is given in the question that from the top of the building, angle of elevation of the top of the tree and the bottom of the tree, it is nothing but given in the question as x degrees and y degrees respectively, right? X degrees and y degrees respectively. This is what is given in the question. Next, if I continue further, if the height of the tree is h meters, this particular height CE, it is given in the question as h meters. If I name this particular point as point B, then find the height of the building. Height of the building I need to find. I will call the height of the building AD as Z. If CE is equal to H, BD also will be H. If the entire distance from A to D is Z and B to D is H, so A to B will be, from entire Z remove H, it will be Z minus H. Now, if you observe this particular question, in all my previous questions, I taught you how to solve by using method 1, how to solve by using method 2. But I also told you that kindly avoid using method 1, because in method 1 you will keep applying tangent of 30, tangent of 60, create two equations, solving those two equations, simplifying. All those things are pretty waste of time. There is a lot of wastage of time which is involved in all those particular method of method 1. So I told you please eliminate those methods. But in this particular question, if you see that the angle given is angle x and no numerical value for angle is given, angle given is angle y, again no numerical value for angle is given, height given is height h, no numerical value for height is given. That means I thought by using method 2 in my previous questions, by using ratios concept, I was assuming something opposite to 30 as 1 and I was converting according to the question as 8 or whatever it was given in the question. 1 should become 8 multiplied by 8. But in this case, the height is not given in numerical value, angles are also not given in numerical values. I don't know what is x value, I don't know what is y value. So in this kind of questions where no numerical values are involved but only variables are involved, in such kind of problems, in such kind of questions, it is always feasible to apply one method, that is method 1. Although that is a little time consuming method, that is the method which is a little easier to apply in such kind of problems where only variables are involved but no numerical values are involved. That means there are two triangles, one is a triangle ACB, other is a triangle AED. Take one by one. In triangle ADE, if I take the bigger triangle, tangent of angle Y is opposite is AD, adjacent is DE. I don't know DE value. AD value, AD is anything given about AD value. AD is assumed as Z by me itself. DE I don't know. So DE will be equal to Z divided by tan Y, or by tan Y I will convert it to cot Y. Sir, how will you know that you should convert tan into cot? Please keep an eye on your answer options. All the options are expressed in terms of cot. It is not expressed in terms of tan. So this is my first equation which I can keep handy for. So in the other triangle, smaller triangle, which is nothing but ACB, again tangent of angle X is opposite, it is AB. AB value is Z minus H. Adjacent is nothing but BC. BC value happens to be exactly equal to DE value, and DE value we know right now as Z cot Y. Substitute it. Z cot Y, I know it. Substitute it. Or let me, if you want, here also DE, here also if you want, keep it as a DE itself if you want to. So this is my second equation, is DE is equal to Z minus H divided by tan X, or don't keep in terms of tan, express in terms of cot. It is cot X into Z minus H. So DE value is Z cot Y in first equation. The same DE value is Z minus H into cot X in second equation. If I equate both the things, Z cot X is equal to, sorry, Z cot Y, right sir? Yes. Z cot Y. Z cot Y is equal to, so this is not X in this case, this is Y in this case. Z cot Y is equal to Z minus H into cot X. Z minus H into cot X. Simplify. It is Z cot Y is equal to Z cot X minus H cot X. So if I simplify further, so it is Z cot Y minus Z cot X, or Z common, cot Y minus cot X is equal to minus H cot X, minus H cot X. So Z will be equal to minus H cot X divided by cot Y minus cot X. If I keep this minus in the numerator to the denominator and multiply, H cot X divided by cot X minus cot Y will be the answer for my Z, and Z is nothing but the height of the building. Answer for this question is option C. Option C should be the answer for this particular question. I hope you are very clear in understanding when to apply my method 1 by using tangent of angles, and when not to apply method 1 and use ratio concept of method 2 when the numerical values are given. I hope you are very clear with each and everything whatever I am teaching for you people.